Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found this space. This channel is all about helping women understand love, relationships, and most importantly, themselves. Today, we're diving deep into something that every woman needs to understand. Whether you're dating, healing from heartbreak, or simply learning to choose better. How to recognize the signs of an emotionally immature man before he leaves your heart in pieces. Ladies, emotional immaturity isn't just a quirk. It's a serious red flag that, if ignored, can lead to months, even years of confusion, anxiety, emotional neglect, and heartbreak. Let me say this loud and clear. You are not too needy for wanting communication, honesty, or emotional safety. You're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong man. So grab your tea, light a candle, get cozy, and let's talk about the 5 big signs that a man is emotionally immature and why smart women don't ignore them. 1. He centers everything around himself, even your pain. You're crying. He's annoyed. You're trying to express yourself. He's defensive. You have dreams, struggles, ideas. But somehow, every conversation circles right back to him. Sound familiar? One of the clearest signs of emotional immaturity is emotional selfishness. These men operate with a mindset of, how does this affect me, rather than, how do you feel? He might talk about his career, his stress, his dreams, but when it's your turn, crickets, disinterest, maybe even irritation. And when you need emotional support, he either dismisses you, mocks your feelings, or turns it into a fight. Why? Because emotionally immature men don't know how to hold space for someone else's emotional world. They need all the attention all the time, even if you're bleeding emotionally. A mature man sees your vulnerability and leans in. An immature man sees it and pulls away, or worse, makes it about himself. 2. He never owns his mistakes, but he'll make you own yours twice. Ladies, listen closely. Emotionally immature men are allergic to accountability. They will lie, blame, deny, and gaslight their way out of responsibility, just to protect their fragile ego. You bring up how something hurt you. Suddenly you're too sensitive. You set a boundary. Now you're being difficult. You ask for more emotional connection. You're asking for too much. Let me tell you, it is exhausting to be with someone who twists everything around to avoid saying 2 simple words. I'm sorry. They'll blame their ex, their childhood, their job, the weather, you, anyone and anything, just not themselves. A relationship without accountability is a ticking time bomb, because when someone can't own their part in the damage, they'll keep doing it and blaming you for the mess they made. Ladies, love yourself enough to walk away from someone who makes you question your reality, just so he can avoid facing his. 3. His emotions control him instead of the other way around. Here's where things get even deeper. Emotionally immature men often live at the mercy of their emotions. They're quick to anger, quick to shut down, quick to explode, but slow to reflect, slow to apologize, slow to change. He ghosts you during conflict instead of talking through it. He shuts you out when he's upset. He stonewalls, yells, pouts, guilt trips, like an overgrown teenager. A grown man should be able to regulate his emotions, not use them as weapons against you. Tantrums, silent treatments, passive aggression. These are not normal adult behaviors. These are signs of deep emotional immaturity. You should never feel like you're dating a child trapped in a man's body. You are not a mother. You are not his emotional therapist. You deserve a partner, not another person to raise. 4. He can't go deeper than the surface, even if you're pouring out your soul. You try to talk about the relationship and he changes the subject. You ask him what he's feeling and he shrugs. You open up about your fears and he goes silent or laughs it off. This isn't just bad communication. This is emotional avoidance. And it's a huge red flag. Why does he avoid depth? Because emotional intimacy requires vulnerability. It requires honesty. And that terrifies immature men. They're afraid to be seen, really seen, because deep down, they're scared they're not enough. So they stay surface level. They keep it light. They stay emotionally distant. And you're left feeling empty, unseen, and alone in a relationship that's supposed to feel safe and connected. Love needs depth. Real love isn't built on memes and good morning texts. It's built on openness, honesty, and emotional presence. If he refuses to go deeper, it's not your job to pull him. It's your job to protect your own heart. 5. He tears others down just to feel tall. There's something heartbreaking about a man who can't feel good about himself without making others feel small. He badmouths his exes like they were all villains in his story. He mocks strangers for the way they look, talk, or walk. He throws subtle jabs at his own friends. And sometimes he turns that cruelty on you. Little jokes that don't feel so funny. Passive-aggressive comments that leave a sting. And while it may seem like he is just being sarcastic or joking around, don't ignore the pattern. This isn't about humor, it's about what's hiding underneath. Because here's the truth no one tells you. A man who constantly tears others down is desperately trying to hold himself up. It's not strength, it's insecurity in disguise. And the more you grow, the more confident, radiant, and powerful you become, the more he'll feel threatened. So, what does he do? He clips your wings. Little by little. Not with open insults, but with tiny cuts. A backhanded compliment here, a dismissive look there. Listen carefully to how he speaks about people who aren't in the room. That's a window into how he truly sees the world, and maybe even how he'll one day speak about you. You deserve someone who celebrates your light, not someone who's afraid of it. Would you like me to rewrite other points in the same emotionally rich style? Final thoughts. Don't be afraid to walk away. Here's what I want you to take away today. An emotionally immature man might not scream danger at first. He might seem charming, sweet, even caring in moments. But over time, his inability to communicate, connect, and take responsibility will erode your self-worth piece by piece. You'll find yourself over-explaining, over-giving, over-functioning, and still feeling underloved. You don't need to fix him. You don't need to mother him. You don't need to shrink your needs to be easier for him to love. You need to choose yourself every single time. Healing is possible for him and for you, but it has to be a choice. And you can't force someone to grow who's still committed to staying small. You are worthy of real love, mature love, safe love, a love that listens, that grows, that shows up consistently, not just when it's convenient. So protect your heart, pay attention to the signs, and never be afraid to walk away from someone who isn't ready for the kind of love you're built to give. If this resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Let's grow together, because the more we understand what love isn't, the closer we get to the love that truly is. And in the comments, let's talk.